everybody, and welcome to another episode of
That Andrew's Garage.
Happy St. Patrick's Day! Well, I hope everyone's having a lovely St. Patrick's Day. Today, we're getting involved in a St. Patrick's Day build put on by the Diecast Graveyard. And this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
This looks like it is going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to get on this.
Absolutely. Tell them what we got, Andrew.
We got an ambulance from Majorette Sonic Flashers.
That's right. Now, of course, it's a little worse for wear, but I have a friend at work that likes to give us a few of these old cars because they found out we like to restore them on YouTube.
Yeah, they sure did.
That's right. So, tell you what, we'll get going on this thing, and what we're going to do is change this from an ambulance into a sporty or a hot-rodded armored car. That's going to be an armored car transport for pots of gold. The Leprechaun pot of gold armored transport. What do you think of that?
That sounds like a really good idea.
Well, tell you what, why don't we get started and make this thing into the car?
Let's see what we have.
Let's do it. All right, everybody. Well, we have this up, and what we have here is a Majorette Ambulance, and this one is a Sonic Flasher. I don't know what that is, but we'll do some research on the internet and see if we can find out what. Maybe there's a siren and some flashing light action that happens here. But, you know, what we're going to do is try and turn this into an armored car, because what we want to do is make a pot of gold armored car transport so that a lot of the leprechauns can keep their pots of gold safe on this St. Patrick's Day. What do you think, son?
I think that's a really good idea, but the ambulance is a little bit bashed up. On the inside, I saw like kind of a tweeter thingy with a piece of a bionic board, so I think this thing did make noise and make like light flashes or something, because it's a little bit heavy, but honestly, we'll have to take it apart and see.
Right on, that's right. Well, it looks like we do have our work cut out for us. It's severely chipped. Tires are all worn out. If it used to do anything, it doesn't do it anymore. And we're also going to have to, give it some custom bits and pieces to make it look more like an armored car.
Yeah, pretty much. I think maybe we might be able to restore the system in there and make it working, but who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I don't think that's my forte, but hey, if it's easy enough, we'll see. But if not, we'll at least try and make it a cool-looking vehicle. What do you say?
Yeah, that's a fantastic idea.
Okay, well, hey, let's get to the restoration.
Yeah, let's get to it.
All right, folks. Well, we've started doing a bit of drilling just so we can take this thing apart, and it does come apart here. We've drilled out the rivet, which is very small. There's only one, though, because the other side, there we go. We pop this out and take it out here, and boom. Oop, there we are. So, looks like there's a few pieces in here. We have this steel body and, of course, the windshield piece, and it looks like, look, we have some electronics here. So I guess this is some kind of a siren or buzzer, which probably worked on the rear axle, pushing up on this thing, which touched the this little contact here, touching the contact, and I guess there's a little diode in there and a couple of lights. So I guess it flashed lights and made a little siren sound.
That must have been really cool back then when it was working, but since it's busted, maybe we could restore it. We see some batteries, but...
Yeah, so I do notice that there are some, let me flip this around. There's a couple of batteries right in here, these small little batteries. I don't know, you can just about see them. Yeah, look at that. Whoop,
we
there.
Might be able to get them, but
there you
we
go,
have
see?
to like bend that blue part to get them out.
Yeah, we either have to cut this or cut this off and see if we can get this working. But maybe we'll see. We'll maybe put some batteries in and see if we can get this working, and that may sort of alter what we were going to do with this car, but or this truck. But I still think we have a lot of raw material to work with here. So definitely we're going to get in and start hot rodding this up. What do you think, son?
Yeah, that's a really great idea.
Okay. I'll tell you what. That's it. We have the body. We have the windshield piece here. And we have the chassis, which is down here, and we have our electronic light affair. So we shall see if we can get this thing working. And look, they even had another one that they gave us. They didn't know. And if we need any spare parts, we will use it from this one here. So yeah, but of course this one is not a, what do they call it again?
Sonic Flasher.
It's not a Sonic Flasher like this guy. Oops, sorry, that's upside down. There we go. This here is a Sonic Flasher for Majorette. And this guy here is merely just an ambulance. So, looks like we have 2 incarnations of this vehicle, but with all this stuff, we should be able to get something done. What do you say, boy?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Well, let's get started.
Yeah.
Nope, called off on a call. All right, everyone. Well, we got this out of the stripper, and we also gave it a bit of a wire brush and some steel wool and some sandpaper and spots to try and just make it smooth, as smooth as possible. We're also going to get some primer on this too, because I think she's about ready for that. But yeah, we got a few extra holes in here for some of the things we're going to be putting on it and in it. As you can see, a little hole for a nice engine. So as it stands, I think we're ready for a nice coat of primer. All right, folks. Well, we got a nice coat of white primer on, and now we're putting some masking on because we're probably going to give this an interesting little stripe on the back. So we're also going to mix some color here. I think the first little bit, maybe we'll give it a nice pearl white here just for this part from Createx. That should be good. And then after, we're going to have to take this here blue, pearlized blue, and pearlized lime green to make a nice jolly Irish style green. So I think, what we're going to do is try and shoot some of this white, and hopefully she'll turn out great. Stay tuned. All right, everyone. Boom, and here we go. We have our nice base. We've given it a bit of chrome, make it look kind of gunmetal-y, make that front look nice and metal. So I think that looks kind of cool. We've also put on these great rider tires, which I think are the everyday riders from the Greenlight series, which we found in Toys R Us, which is great. We've also given it a bit of an angle here. We've raked it up a bit so the back is a little high front, which I think will be kind of cool when this gets that armored car look. So yeah, I think the base is fantastic. Now we got to sort out the window here. We just got to clean it up a little, polish it a bit, and we got to get this section of lights off so that we can put them into the light holes that are in the body, which turned out okay. So yeah, once we get this sorted out, we'll see how that works, and then we're should be good to go to put this together. All right, folks, we currently have our glass piece, which is resting here underneath the glass dome, just to make sure that we don't get any hairs or something falling on the completed version. So it looks good. And we also have a little turret here, which we got from another friend of mine who does ship models, which are extremely impressive. And he had a few spare parts. I asked if he had kind of a gun turret that I could use for the top of my model here, and lo and behold, here we go. And we managed to give it the same sort of color, nice Irish green, and we even put a wee Celtic cross on top here, sort of give it a look. Boom. So yeah, so we got 2 things that we're getting with the main vehicle. You can also see those wee little lights there are also drying off. I dipped those inside the floor polish, just like I did the windshield, and hopefully it'll be a little shinier and a little brighter. So yeah, stay tuned, and we'll see if we can start slapping all these pieces together. All right, everybody, and hey, for comparison purposes, this is what our armored car, or in this case, at this point, ambulance, used to look like before we gave it the old Dad and Andrew's Garage St. Patrick's Day spin. What do you think, son?
It looks pretty rusty and junky now. Who knows? But right now it looks even cooler and beautifuler.
Right on, or more beautiful.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, well, tell you what, my friend, without further ado, let's get ready for the reveal. All right, folks, and here we are, our brand new and improved Majorette Ambulance, except now it is the St. Patrick's Pot of Gold Armored Transport for all those leprechauns that want to transport their gold safely from point A to point B. What do you think of the vehicle, son?
That's really cool. It has machine guns on the front and the back, cruiser bruiser motor on the front. We took it out from another Hot Wheel, and we couldn't get the electronics working. Sorry about that, everyone, because the batteries that we had weren't the correct size. They were a little bit shorter, and there was too much corrosion in the battery compartment, so we couldn't do it.
Yes, it's unfortunately a little bit beyond our capabilities this time to get the electrics working, and they were pretty falling apart. But as far as it goes, I think we made a great save by the overall look of this thing. And we did a great green from those two colors that we had, and we found a great little decal of a pretty aggressive-looking leprechaun to make sure you keep your hands off his gold. And we also, like Andrew said, we got the Cruiser Bruiser motor in there, some great Celtic knots to add some highlights, and the tires that we got from the Greenlight series, the Daily Haulers. So overall, we think this looks pretty cool. And we'd also like to say thanks to the Diecast Graveyard for putting this on. It was a real fun build, and we're big fans of St. Paddy's Day. And we hope you check out all the other builders that built for St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah, I think you really should.
Right on. Well, folks, we'll sign you off now and show you a couple of glamour shots. And we just want to say thank you very much. And we hope that you enjoyed watching the vid as much as we enjoyed making the car. And remember, if you like what you see,
Like and subscribe and smash that like button.
and once again, remember, folks,
Happy
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
See you later.
See you later.